Witchcraft is real. It is not just in stories, not just in movies, not just in fairy tales. It is something people practice in secret, hidden in corners of the world we don't always see. And here's the scary part: it destroys peace, families, health, and even faith. Many people are affected without even knowing it. Maybe someone suddenly feels anger, nightmares, sickness, or endless problems, and they can't explain why. But listen, this is not a video to make you panic. This is a video to open your eyes. Because Allah never leaves you weak. He gives you knowledge to protect yourself. And protection begins with knowing where not to go. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 places where witchcraft hides. These are the places you should avoid, not with fear, but with faith. Because when you know the traps, you can walk safely with the light of Allah. So stay with me until the end, because the last one is the most shocking. It might even be closer to you than you think. 1. Secret markets of darkness. Some markets look ordinary: busy streets, bright lights, shops full of food, clothes, or toys. But behind some of these places lies a darker reality. Markets where black magic is bought and sold. At first glance, you may not even notice. A shop with locked wooden boxes, strange bottles, powders in small packets, or papers filled with symbols. To most people, they look harmless. But in truth, they are tools of destruction. Why do people go there? Out of jealousy, out of desperation, out of anger. Someone wants money fast. Someone wants to break a marriage. Someone wants to harm their enemy. And instead of patience, prayer, and trust in Allah, they choose shortcuts. They turn to darkness. The shopkeepers in these markets are not just sellers. They are partners with Jinn. They hand out cursed items that can destroy homes, ruin health, and tear apart faith. Even walking into such a market is dangerous. The air feels heavy. Your heart feels restless. You may leave with sudden anxiety, anger, or dark thoughts because the entire place is filled with spiritual poison. And if you buy something from there, it is like opening the door of your life to Jinn. You are inviting them into your home, your mind, your family. But here's the truth: you don't need these markets. You don't need cursed powders, papers, or charms. Your rizq, your peace, and your healing, all of it is in the hands of Allah. So say to yourself, I will never enter a market of shadows. My solutions are with Allah, not with darkness. Every time you choose faith over fear, you close the door on shaitan's tricks. You become stronger, cleaner, and more protected. Remember, Allah's plan is always better than any shortcut of black magic. 2. Abandoned houses. Have you ever walked past an abandoned house or an empty building? Dust on the walls, broken windows, silence that feels too heavy. It's not just the look of these places that makes your skin crawl. Sometimes it's because something dark is truly hiding inside. Why are abandoned houses so dangerous? Because they are perfect for secrecy. Black magicians and people who practice witchcraft often use these places to perform their rituals. No one is watching. No one is listening. They can call upon Jinn, chant evil words, and leave behind cursed items, broken mirrors, bloody cloths, strange symbols on the walls or floors. These aren't just creepy decorations. They are spiritual traps. When black magic is done in a place, it leaves behind a shadow, an energy that doesn't just vanish. That's why people who enter such places often feel strange. Sudden dizziness, cold air that comes from nowhere, whispers in the silence, or the feeling that someone is watching them. Some think it's just imagination, but the truth is these are the signs of Jinn. And Jinn do not leave easily. They stay, feeding off fear and weakness. Many young people treat abandoned houses like games. They explore them for fun, take pictures, record videos. But what they don't realize is that fun can turn into fear very fast. Nightmares, sleep paralysis, sudden anger or depression, these are not random. They are the after effects of stepping into places infected with darkness. But here is the good news. You don't need to be afraid as long as you don't seek these places. Don't walk into them out of curiosity. Don't test your courage by playing with danger. Respect the signs your heart gives you. And if your home ever feels heavy after passing near such places, don't panic. Fill your house with Quran, with prayer, with the remembrance of Allah. Light always pushes away darkness. Say to yourself, I will not chase thrills in shadows. My peace is more valuable than a ghost story. Your soul is too precious to risk for curiosity. Stay away, protect your heart, and walk only in the light of Allah. 3. Deep forests and deserts. Deforest. There is something powerful about nature. When you step into a forest, the tall trees surround you, the silence grows deep, and the shadows seem alive. When you stand in the middle of a wide desert, the emptiness makes you feel how small you are and how great Allah's creation is. These places are beautiful. They remind us of Allah's greatness. But sadly, they are also used for something very dark. Forests and deserts are some of the favorite spots for people who practice witchcraft. Why? Because they are far from people. Because no one is watching. Because silence hides their secrets. They go there carrying strange items, dolls, bones, bloody cloths, or bottles filled with powders. They bury them under trees, hang them from branches, or leave them half buried in the sand. Then they whisper evil words and call on Jinn. What they leave behind is not garbage, it is spiritual poison. And the danger is this: even if you are not doing magic, simply being near those cursed objects can affect you. Some people go hiking or camping and they come home feeling strange. They don't know why their mood has changed, why they feel restless at night, or why sickness suddenly begins. But many times, it started in those forests or deserts when they stepped too close to what others had left behind. The truth is, Jinn already live in such lonely places. And when black magic is done there, those Jinn become active. If they see weakness in your faith, they may try to follow you, whisper doubts in your heart, or disturb your peace. But here's the hope: if you enter nature with the remembrance of Allah, you have nothing to fear. When your tongue says Bismillah, when your heart remembers the creator of the forest and the desert, no evil can touch you. Allah protects those who walk in His light. So remember, when you go hiking, camping, or exploring, always protect yourself first. Say your prayers. Keep dhikr on your tongue. And if you see something strange, a cloth tied to a tree, a bottle with unknown liquid, a box buried halfway, do not touch it. Do not laugh at it. Walk away. Say to yourself, I will not let curiosity open the door to darkness. My faith is my shield. Let others chase mysteries in the wild. You were not made for fear. You were made for light. 4. Shrines of strange rituals, clays. Some people go to the masjid to pray. Others sit at home in peace, raising their hands to Allah. But then there are those who go to shrines, buildings, or graves of people who were once pious. They hope for blessings, healing, or answers. At first, it may look harmless. You might see people lighting candles, tying strings to fences, pouring oil on stones, or leaving food near a grave. Some even walk around the grave in circles, whispering words they don't understand. To an outsider, it looks like devotion. But in reality, many of these acts are not from Islam. They are un-Islamic rituals that bring people closer to darkness, not light. And behind some shrines, there is something even more dangerous: witchcraft. There are those who use shrines to trick people. They mix verses of Quran with evil actions. They claim to heal or solve problems, but in truth, they are working with Jinn. They may ask for your name and your mother's name. They may tell you to bring offerings. They may promise to fix your marriage, your health, or your wealth. But what they are really doing is opening the door of harm in your life. People go hoping for peace, but many return with heavier hearts. They feel restless at night. Their homes fill with arguments. Their minds feel heavy, and their blessings vanish. This is not a coincidence. It is the result of asking the dead for what only Allah can give. And here's the truth: those in the grave cannot hear you. They cannot help you. They cannot answer your prayers. Only Allah hears, only Allah responds, and only Allah heals. If you have ever gone to such a shrine in the past, don't panic. Allah is most forgiving. Just turn back to Him, ask for forgiveness, and never repeat it again. Protect your faith and protect your soul. Say to yourself, I will never ask from the dead what only Allah can give. My dua goes straight to my Creator without anyone in between. Remember, your strength does not come from strings on a fence or candles at a grave. Your strength comes from sujood, from dhikr, from the Quran, from Allah alone. Let others chase shadows in shrines. You, my friend, walk in light. 5. Houses of black magicians. Expanded. Sometimes the scariest place is not far away in a forest, not in the desert, not in a ruined building. Sometimes it's right next door. One of the most dangerous places on earth is the house of a black magician. And here's the frightening part. From the outside, it may look completely normal. A clean door, a kind smile, even polite words. But behind those walls, something very dark may be happening. These so-called healers or guides pretend to help people. They speak softly, they promise solutions, they act like they care. But inside their homes, they call upon Jinn, prepare curses, and perform rituals of darkness. Their living rooms become stations of evil, where spells are created and sent out like arrows to harm others. Sometimes they ask for your name and your mother's name. Sometimes they give you powders to blow into your drink. Sometimes they tell you to hide objects in your home. And sometimes they even mix their evil words with verses of Quran to trick you. People walk in with hope but leave with chains. They might feel weak, fearful, or suddenly depressed. Even sitting there for a few minutes can make your chest feel heavy, your mind restless, or your body tired. That's not coincidence. It's the Jinn inside those houses trying to affect you. But here is the truth. No black magician has power greater than Allah. They may trick people, but they cannot control destiny. They cannot control rizq. They cannot block what Allah has written. If you ever hear of someone who claims, I can solve your problems fast, I can make your dreams come true instantly, be careful. If they ask for strange rituals, money, or secret information, walk away. Don't sit, don't argue, don't go back. Say to yourself, my healing is with Allah, not with a magician. My solutions come from faith, not from fear. And if you've ever entered such a house before, don't panic. Turn to Allah, fill your home with Quran, pray with sincerity and ask for protection. Light always destroys darkness. The houses of magicians may look normal, but they are prisons of shadows. Don't let your soul enter their walls. Stay safe, stay strong, and remember, Allah is more powerful than every magician who ever lived. So now you know the 5 places where witchcraft hides. Secret markets of darkness, abandoned houses, forests and deserts, shrines of strange rituals, and the hidden homes of black magicians. These places are real, they exist, and yes, they carry danger. But this is not a message of fear. This is a message of awakening and strength. Because no darkness, no curse, no magician, and no jinn is greater than Allah. He is the Lord of light. He is the protector. He is closer to you than your own heartbeat. When you pray, your house shines with light that jinn cannot enter. When you recite Quran, every ayah is like a sword that cuts through shadows. When you remember Allah, angels surround you and shaitan flees. Never forget, your faith is your shield. Your dua is your weapon. Your patience is your strength. So don't be curious about darkness. Don't follow others into dangerous places. Don't look for shortcuts in shadows. Walk proudly with the light of Allah. Say to yourself, I am not weak. I am not alone. I am a believer and Allah is my protector. Every time you choose faith over fear, you rise higher. Every time you reject evil and turn to Allah, you become untouchable. Be a light in a world full of shadows. Protect your heart, protect your family, protect your faith. And remember, your strength doesn't come from this world. It comes from the one who created the heavens and the earth. Allah is enough for you. And with Him, no darkness can ever harm you.